Hi guys, we're back for an intro video for my next build, which is going to be for the Frankie Day Corsair Group Build, hosted obviously by Frankie Day over on his YouTube channel. It's any Corsair that you want to build. I think he put like a 3-month time limit on it. I'm not sure on that. You have to watch his video to make sure on that, but I think it was like 3 months. But it was plenty of time. Any kit, any scale that you want. So we decided we're going to do, as you can see here, the Hobby Boss 1/48 scale Fleet Air Arm Corsair Mark II. We're probably going to do the one on the box art. The kit comes with 2 different marking options. Both are Royal Navy. This one is from the one on the box art is the 757 Squadron of the Mark II Corsair, which was on the HMS Unicorn in Papua New Guinea in July 1944. The Unicorn was a light escort carrier set up to be a maintenance carrier. So it was at the time was stationed in Papua New Guinea to support the British Pacific Fleet, to ferry aircraft in and out of the fleet and to do maintenance work on the Fleet Air Arm aircraft. So it was modified to have equipment to work on the U.S. planes, which had imperial measurements and screws and threading and all that kind of stuff, electrical, as opposed to the metric ones. So that was in the Unicorn station on the Unicorn. The P-54 was on the Unicorn in July of 1944. That's the one on the box art. The other one is a little more classic. Royal Navy. It's a little more colorful markings of the tail flash. Sorry. From the 759 Squadron at the Naval Air Station in the Fleet Air Arm. So that's the more colorful roundels and tail flash and whatnot for that one, as opposed to the, I want to say, called more a low vis or style on the one we're going to do. Hobby Boss kit it was a fairly detailed kit. We have lots and lots of parts. You get the option to build it with the wings up or down. Oddly enough, it does come with separate flaps, but I have not dug into them yet because they only show them being installed in the up position. So they're not really intending you to have any of the control surfaces be movable, but that's okay. Does contain the guns and ammo belts. So if you want to open up the hatches on the wings for the gun bays, you can. They don't really do an option for wheels up or down. It's just down, but that's not too hard to accomplish, to adjust that. On a Corsair, you're basically just closing up all the doors. A little bit more on the Fleet Air Arm Corsair, just in case you're interested. If you're not, then we'll see you later. The Fleet Air Arm planes were part of the Lend-Lease to the Brits for beginning of World War II, before the U.S. got involved, and even after they were involved. So you saw American aircraft with British markings. The Corsair, as part of the Fleet Air Arm, while there were some in the UK and in the Mediterranean during the war, none of them really actually saw any real combat. Only in the South Pacific. One of the things that they had to do, for especially like the escort carriers, like the Unicorn, they had to clip off the ends of the wings, make them shorter to fit in the hangar deck. Another thing that was interesting about the British Fleet Air Arm Corsairs is that at the time, the U.S. Navy had restricted the Corsairs to land base only because they felt it was too dangerous to fly them off of carriers. Actually, too dangerous to land them on carriers. They get them off all right. Well, the British have, after flying the planes, discovered that if you raised the seat up, you could get better visibility. And that's where the bubble canopy came from instead of the bird cage. So you can thank the Brits for the bubble canopy. And they used a curving landing approach, which allowed the pilot to keep the carrier deck in view right up until the last second when they were landing. They would land in a broad curve, circling in, and they could keep the deck of the carrier right in the bent of the wing, where the wing bent for the landing gear. And that's how they got them in. And then they convinced the U.S. Navy that they were safe for carrier operations. Just a useless bit of trivia. Anyway, we're going to start on this in the next couple of days. We'll try and do regular updates, but lately it seems that when I just sit down and start building, I just seem to roll and never don't think to stop and take pictures and stuff anymore. I'm going to try to change that so you get more than just an intro and an end video or just an end video. But anyway, I'm waffling. Frankie Day's Corsair Group Build starting. We're going to doing the Fleet Air Arm Corsair Mark II, and we're going to do this paint scheme from the box art unless something drastic changes between now and then. So guys, until next time with our first update, have a good day, good evening, try and stay warm. It's freezing outside, and we'll see you on the next one.